Neil finally Neil finally is getting back to, his McNeil days. I just
Nate.
actually heard something on the broadcast that said he's like the worst against fastballs in Major League. So he still has that to work on. But I mean, he's putting the ball in the bat. I think he had a 4 for 5 game like a week ago, pretty sure. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
man, it's been an awesome month. It's been an awesome month. Now we did all of this to only get back to 500.
Yeah. But luckily
But
luckily for the Mets, the rest of the National League teams in the wild card hunt also kind of suck.
yeah, man, there's
So
like
they are still in it
there's
at
two good
500.
teams in the National League, in the Phillies and the Dodgers, and then there's like four really
The
bad teams like
Yeah.
the Rockies and everything like that, and the Nationals and the Marlins, and then there's everybody else.
Yeah. Like even the Braves haven't been good because they have so many guys injured. Um, I think the Brewers are like decent. They're leading their division, but yeah, outside of that, San Diego's been like between 500 and like a few games over 500. St. Louis is the same way. The Mets are right in there. The Reds are like right in there. Of all these teams that are just kind of like hovering around 500. So it's like, hey, the Mets had a great June. Hopefully they can keep it going. Which, as of tonight, again, it's against the Nationals, but it's a team that you should beat. They were down 2-0. They scored run, and what happened? National shortstop made an absolutely horrific error, tried to throw the ball before he actually had it and let it roll right under his glove. Next pitch, what do the Mets do? Take advantage. Francisco Alvarez, 2-run double. They're up 3-2.
I watched 6 innings of funky ass bats and crappy, and like the Mets reverting back to the May Mets that we watched and everything like that. And then finally, as the bats start connecting, you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm like, fuck, it just got good. But yeah, man, let's go Mets. I'm super excited for it. Now we are a podcast, so I do have to be a little bit of a devil's advocate here. How do you think that this affects us at the trade deadline? Like we're a team that was designed to sell. And now it doesn't really look like, I mean, if we keep pushing, we can make a serious run here. I mean, our bats are the hottest in the league right now.
Yeah, see. I don't know. I like what David Stearns has done. This year so far, he seemed to have like pulled a lot of the right strings. I think what the Mets do is, I mean, I still think they're going to sell, just maybe not as much as they would have if they were still bad. Like at this point, I know we talked about this before. I think Luis Severino is definitely going to be one that's gone no matter what. He's on the 1 year contract. The starting pitching market at the trade deadline is going to be very, very thin. A lot of these like wild card and fringe teams are going to be looking for a starting pitcher, and the Mets are going to be able to leverage for a premium
Yeah.
teams to get him. So I think, is gone. McNeil, I don't know. He's one that is kind of on the fence right now. If he does get hot, maybe they keep him. Or if he does get hot, maybe that's when the iron strikes and you decide to trade him because he's going to have some value now. Um, Outside of that, obviously, if they do want to make any push at a wild card, they need to find a way to fix that bullpen,
Yeah, for sure.
which has been pretty bad.
Adam
Uh,
Ottavino has not been looking as good as he used
no,
to.
Ottavino has been bad. Drew Smith is out for the season now. He's going to need Tommy John surgery for the second time in his life.
Not good.
Um, I mean,
Edwin Diaz hasn't been
Edwin
back
Diaz,
yet.
you
He's
know,
been, he's been getting he's been getting there, but it's not Edwin Diaz level yet.
yeah, he's been getting there now. Obviously, he's facing the 10-game suspension for the honestly very kind of somewhat controversially ridiculous. I don't know ejection that he had for the sticky stuff on his hand that a lot of people were saying it's what pitchers do. It was sweat, it was dirt, and it was rosin. Like those are not illegal substances. And Vic Carapazza, who, in my opinion, and from what I believe and think I know, is not a very good umpire, and it's not always necessarily their fault. This whole ejection rule with the sticky shit is like so open, like all like NBA rules, in that it's left so much up to the judgment of the umpire, whether it's, oh, let him go wash his hand and maybe he can come back and he's good, or it's, oh, it's just way too sticky and you're done. It's such like a heavy judgment call on the individual that, do these guys even know the difference between what is dirt and what rosin actually looks like and what rosin residue looks like? Do they know this? Do they not know this? Do they understand exactly what the rule is? You don't know.
No, and then you say they leave it like a lot up to judgment. I think it's almost entirely up to
Yeah,
judgment. It's just the thing that just infuriated me so much about the Edwin Diaz thing is just number one, we've seen pitchers, okay, who got a little bit too sticky and everything like that, and the umpire said, "Go wash your hands."
yeah.
Okay. Now, why wasn't that done? You didn't think that he had an illegal substance on him because you didn't confiscate his glove.
Or his
Okay,
belt or hat or
or
anything.
anything or
Yeah,
anything. Nothing was confiscated from him. So you
no.
knew it was rosin and sweat. Okay. You knew this kid was coming back from, and he's 30, so he's not a kid, but you knew this guy was coming back from a really bad injury and then just not being himself and everything like that. And now you're going to throw the accusation of cheating onto him. Anybody outside of the Mets is just going to be like, Diaz got suspended. Oh, well, I guess, he really doesn't have it anymore. Now he's trying to
Yeah,
cheat. Like, it's just such a bad look for Diaz over just wash your hands. Like, that all
yeah,
could have been avoided, you know? This could, I mean, and it's has major ramifications, man. This is going to hurt his confidence even further and everything like that. Yeah, he's a major league ball player. He's going to figure it out, hopefully. But why have this? You know what I'm saying? Over
yeah.
something
And
that you knew wasn't a problem.
yeah, and especially having just the automatic 10-game suspension that goes on to it, it is so tough, because also, like, and the big thing was, I believe it might have been the same umpire. I think it was Vic Carapazza. Like a day or two later, he was umpiring a different series, two different, and he checked the pitcher. Oh, your hand's a little sticky. Go wash it, and they let the pitcher pitch. And his rationale was, oh, well, with Diaz's hand, that was the stickiest I've ever seen somebody's hand, and blah blah blah. How did you know if it was thick? You took his hand and like massaged it in like the creepiest, most like inappropriate looking way that I think I've ever. He was literally standing there like massaging Diaz's hand, like,
It always looks really
hmm,
weird. I remember when they first did it and
and he
everything
had
like
this
that, where
like
they had to
look
like
on his
rub
face of
their
like,
head.
I don't know,
Mhm.
man. Like, it's like, dude, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah. Do
it
you
was
remember when they first
weird.
started though, where they had to like rub their head and get in their
Yeah.
hair and everything like that? That was so fucking weird, dude.
And
It
you had
looked
like
so
some of the
odd.
pitchers just dropping their pants, like, you want to look at my belt?
Yeah. It's really, really
Like, this
weird.
whole thing with the like checking for sticky stuff has been just so like bad, and
Just a bad look.
it's honestly, I think the MLB needs to do something else to fix this. They need to figure something out, because it's just so much like, oh, judgment call here and there and this and that,
Or just
and
shut the
it's
fuck up and ban rosin already. If like that's what you're gonna do, if you're gonna make, if like like I said, you said this has career ramifications for
yeah,
players. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna like potentially besmirch somebody's career over a substance that is allowed in the game right now, then why is it allowed in the game? Get it the fuck out of there. Now I don't know what rosin does. I'm not a pitcher. I know it helps with grip and everything. I don't know
yeah,
exactly know how or anything like that. But if it's such a fucking problem, get rid of it. Okay?
yeah. But
Just
here's
get
the
rid of
thing:
it. Blanket ban.
they've been using rosin in baseball since like for like damn near 100 years.
And I get that, but
So
now
it's
you have
like,
this ubiquitous thing
I
where
know,
it's completely up to the judgment of everybody. Like I said, careers get affected because of this and everything like that. And now you don't even know who's cheating or who's not, you
yeah,
know? So it's not it this doesn't solve the problem. And maybe a blanket ban isn't going to solve the problem either, but this isn't the answer.
no, absolutely not.
No.
I honestly think the biggest thing they need to do is adjust how they go about giving a pitcher a suspension, because just automatic is just that's bad because, like you said, like they didn't confiscate his glove or his belt or his hat. So clearly, there was nothing on him anywhere other than on his hand. So how do they know if it really is an illegal substance or if it was just dirt and rosin, which are completely legal? And now he has to serve a 10-game suspension for doing nothing wrong, technically.
Right, because his hands got real sticky.
The Mets went through the same thing last year with Max Scherzer. He said it was sweat and rosin. Okay, his hand was sticky. They said, go wash your hands. But what happened? The major league official who was there to tell him to wash his hand told him to wash his hand with an alcohol wipe, which, for those who don't know, washing your hand with alcohol and then putting more sweat and rosin on it makes it even stickier than it was before. And then they ejected him. The umpires made his hand stickier and they ejected him for it.
If you're not confiscating anybody, anything, no suspension. That's what I feel. If you're not confiscating anything, no suspension.
Yeah.
Unless they confiscate or something, get that guy the fuck out of the game.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. Okay, but there wasn't. You didn't confiscate anything, so you knew there wasn't. And now this guy's serving a 10-game suspension in a critical moment for the Mets, and in a critical moment in his career. It's a real bummer. And just make
I should think they need to come up with some kind of system of if there is some kind of foreign substance on the glove, hat, belt, you confiscate. Almost kind of, I feel like they almost have to kind of turn it into a police investigation type of thing, where if there is some sort of substance on the jersey, in the belt, in the waistband of the pants or something, whatever it is, you confiscate that, you bag it up. There's your evidence of the substance. You take it to whoever have some sort of official that is trained to know which substance is which and what is illegal and what is not. And if it is an illegal substance, then they get the suspension. If not, okay, they're ejected from that game, whatever, but then they're allowed to come back, the next day if it is found like, oh no, that's just sweat and rosin, that's legal. Oh, okay, well, he's already ejected from this game, whatever, but he's perfectly clear to come back and not serve any kind of suspension.
I agree 100%. All I know is this shit's got to change. But going back to the trade deadline, which we were on before we both got into our
tangent.
Yeah, man. I do hope that we do kind of a soft sell, only just because that's exactly how our team was came into this league to do and everything like that. It was an evaluation year for us. We knew it straight from the beginning. Man, it sucked in May and it's getting a lot better now, but we really should have those eyes on the goal. Get rid of the guys that you signed for 1-year contracts. Get some prospects for them, or get some high level batting, or maybe some pitching or something like that. And then I really don't think our bats really need any help. I mean, you look all across this lineup, they're fucking home run hitters.
Yeah.
All around this.
I mean, the bats have come alive. Obviously, Lindor's not going anywhere. He's been hitting since they moved him into that leadoff spot. He's been great. Brandon Nimmo has found his swing. He hit his
565 in the first inning from the leadoff spot for Lindor.
Yeah. Nimmo hit his 100th career home run the other night. That was great. Vientos has come back from the minors after that demotion earlier in the year, and he has absolutely been raking. He's been hitting the ball. He's been hitting absolute just rockets all over the field. The defense has been serviceable, but at the same time, you also have Jose Iglesias, who has been a godsend for the Mets on the field and also off the field with his new single that is now like the new Mets theme song.
Which OMG song.
Like the fact that they found a new theme song from some veteran player that they signed to come in. He's been playing great, and he dropped a single, and now that they're going crazy over it, I love it. I think it's just kind of really bringing this team together and just kind of creating just kind of like a kind of fun, loose kind of go with the flow type of, hey, yes, we want to win, but like let's have fun playing this game that we're playing. Along with the whole Grimace thing, it's just kind of adding to this kind of lighthearted, free flowing kind of culture that the Mets are creating for themselves. Of like, hey, we got to take the pressure off of ourselves. Just stop getting so down. Let's just go up there and do what we know that we're capable of doing, and that's what has been happening throughout the month of June.
Yeah. And the Grimace thing, I don't care. Everybody hates it. That isn't a Met fan. Everybody that isn't a Met fan absolutely hates it.
Oh
They're
yeah,
absolutely sick of hearing of it and everything. Personally, I love when people hate my team. That means I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
So I'm
exactly.
totally for this. You guys can keep bitching all you want. Grimace is here to stay. Not only that, but like, just from my point of view, just my perspective, parent of young kids and everything like that. I got kids that actually want to watch baseball now because they're pumped to go see Grimace.
Because
You
of
know
a
what I'm saying?
McDonald's mascot at.
Yeah, they want to go see Grimace. They want to see Grimace dancing in the stands and chugging beers and having a great time and everything like that. They think it's hilarious. They don't even know about
Exactly.
Mr. and Mrs. Met. They think Grimace is our mascot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to correct them because they're finally into baseball now. They're watching
Yeah.
Mets games with me. Puts more eyes on the sport. I love it, man.
Exactly. And here's the thing, for all those non-Mets fans that hate it, well, guess what? You're paying attention to the New York Mets.
Fuck
So,
yeah. Yeah.
ha.
Come and beat us then if you hate it so much. Oh, wait, you
Exactly.
can't.
They haven't. The Mets lost one series in the month of June, and it was the one that just ended when they lost 2 of 3 to the Houston Astros.
Right. But we got it back. We got it back. We got that last game back. We salvaged it a little bit.
Yeah. But hey, they came from 11 games under 500. They're now at right around 500. If they can kind of keep up even close to that pace, and if they end July somewhere like 6 games over 500 or 5 games over 500, that to me, I'd be like, well, hell, this is a lot better than I thought this team was ever going to be this year.
Absolutely. We called it when we first, I mean, like a couple of episodes ago. This is a wild card team. I would love to see them in there. I would love to
Yeah.
see it. Because then we're
And
getting Juan Soto next year, and then look the fuck out.
and not to mention good news on the pitching front. Mets ace Kodai Senga is scheduled to start a rehab stint on Wednesday, July 3rd in Brooklyn.
There you go.
So being at that point, Kodai Senga could very well be ready to pitch in the majors sometime after the All-Star break, hopefully between that and the end of July.
Okay, so let me get excited. Let me get you excited with me just for a second. So while you were going on about Senga, which I'm very excited to hear, he's finally getting his rehab starts and everything like that. We're finally getting some good news. Where he was supposed to start in early June, and now we're sitting here in July, still waiting for him. That's great. But get excited with me for this next upcoming schedule, for this Mets upcoming schedule. We got a 3-game series against the Nationals. Then we're going to play the Pirates in
4-game series.
Okay, 4-game series against the Nationals. That's right. Today's going on. I forgot about that. Then we got the Pirates in 4.
Yep.
Then we got the Nationals again. Then the Rockies.
Yep.
The Marlins until we're back to the 2-game series against the Yankees, who we beat the fuck out of. And that's July. We can be making a serious run, bro. We can be making a serious run. The Rockies suck. The Nationals suck. The Marlins are terrible. Okay. The Pirates are right there with us. I think they're 2 games behind us last I checked.
They got some young talent coming up playing well. But honestly, that's what I'd like to see. 2 teams fighting for a wild card spot. Like, that's going to be a fun series.
It's going to be a great series, and we should watch the rest of them. So, this next month, the Mets baseball is going to tell us exactly what we need to know about where our team is, what they need to do, and everything like that. I do hope, and I'm trying to stay positive and everything like that. It's hard to as a Mets fan, because we either start the season off absolutely terribly and then end it really strong, but way too late. Or we started off really strong and then just completely collapse. So I'm waiting for the way too late now. It looks like we're finally getting into it a little early, a little ahead of schedule. All right.
Yeah.
But I also don't want it to mess up our plans for next year, which is where we're really supposed to be competing,
Hmm.
according to Uncle Steve, anyway.
Yes. Yeah, that's where, like I said, like you said, I think the soft sell comes in. Any of those guys on some like expiring contract, a Starling Marte, if he's healthy, I think could be, a trade chip. He's having a really good season.
And he's
Severino,
getting older.
yeah, he's getting older. He's on a end of his contract. Severino on a 1 year deal, having a great season, is going to be a premium target.
I ball cut Severino until we get Senga back. That's all I'm saying. I just without
Yeah,
Severino, that pitching rotation, and without Severino and Senga, that pitching rotation though is
yeah, it's a little tough. David Peterson's done very well this year, coming back from his injury. They're finally bringing Christian Scott back up to the majors. He's going to be pitching on Wednesday. I know he's like 0-2 or or 0-3, but he's pitched really well in the games that he has started so far. Sean Manaea has been decent enough. Yeah, but
quality start in town.
we'll
Can't
just
forget
have to
about
see
that
how it
guy.
goes. And then yeah, next year is going to be a big one. We'll see, where that leads. Um, that could lead to some more youth coming up for the Mets. That could lead to this might be a 1 year stay for Harrison Bader because we have Luis Angel Acuna waiting in the wings.
And that's why I'm okay with losing Bader as part of our soft sell because we got Acuna coming.
Yeah, he's coming. He's playing center field a lot in the minors, I believe. As far as I know, he's been hitting the ball very hard all over the place. He's doing great. We still got Brett Beatty in AAA, who's been hitting a lot better, and as far as I know, taking reps at second. So if the Mets do feel it's time to move off of McNeil, he could be the answer, at least for the time being, at second base.
He's got to start producing at the majors, though. That's good. This is going to be his
Yeah,
third stint.
yeah, something like that. It's so tough though because like the first stint he came up was when Eduardo Escobar was there. He got hurt and he was kind of really like thrust in there almost kind of before he was ready, and everything else is like, oh, he had a good spring training, let's give him a shot. And it almost just feels like he's just not quite there yet. Whereas like Vientos was down in AAA and down in the minors a lot longer than Beatty, and look what he's doing now. So
Yeah.
hopefully Beatty's in that same shape of where he's back in the minors right now. He's been playing every day. He's been, hopefully working on things, this and that. And he can, next time he does come up, hopefully that is whatever he needed for things to click.
Listen, man, I've been really high on Brett Beatty ever since we did call him up to replace Escobar when Escobar went down.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't really been. I mean, he did a little bit in the beginning of the year. This year, he really worked on his defense and everything like that. And
Yeah.
I respect that. Thank you for that because your defense was atrocious in your rookie year. But we got to start working on that bat. I'm starting to lose it a little on Brett Beatty. Maybe I'm just coming back down to earth because I expected that guy to be like what Francisco Alvarez is right now for our catching position.
Yeah. So we'll see, but let's talk a little bit of other baseball because I know we spend a lot of time on the Mets, but there are other teams in our vicinity, and I kind of wanted to talk about the Yankees a little bit because I'm sure people who watch, there's a lot of Yankees fans around here, and just talk about some of the things that are going on with them, as opposed to like how the Mets are kind of. I feel like the Mets and Yankees right now are polar opposites. I know the Yankees have always been like, oh, they're the team of New York. They've been good for a very, very long time. But I feel like where the Yankees are right now is a very tough situation where the Mets have been kind of going in the direction of they've been selling some guys off. They've been rebuilding that farm system. They've been getting younger. They've been doing this. They've been doing that. The Yankees have started to try a little bit more to get back to their olden days of like paying a lot of money for free agents and just bringing along a couple prospects here and there. And they're I feel like putting themselves in a tough position for that, and also for what we had heard last year about how apparently the Yankees, along with the Chicago White Sox, are two teams in the major leagues that have a very hands-off approach when it comes to dealing with injured players. Whereas, unless it's like obvious that they got hurt, they could be playing hurt a la Anthony Rizzo last year that played with a suspected concussion for like 2 months. If they don't say anything, as far as I've heard, the Yankees aren't even going to ask. If the player doesn't step up and say something, the Yankees are just going to kind of turn a blind eye and be like, oh, I guess he's fine.
And putting the onus on the players is always a bad idea,
Yeah,
man.
because
Major league players, they're going to want to be out there.
Yeah, because look at where they're at now. Rizzo had a very bad 2 months and then was out for the season last year, and now came back this year, and from everything I've heard, was not the same player, was making careless defensive errors that he never made before as a platinum gold glove caliber first baseman, and now he's out. And it makes me wonder, as a non-Yankees fan, just as an outsider, did that 2 months that he played with that concussion or whatever the heck was going on, could that have messed him up for the rest of his career?
It's not looking good right now, especially
because it's not looking good right now.
I mean, and I don't want to say it's going to mess him up for his whole career and everything like that, because I mean, short of maybe trying to think of other major league players that we've seen that have like had their career ruined by concussions and everything like that. You'd almost have to go into different sports. I think like Tua might be one. Sidney Crosby maybe, but like you've always seen like a more, they progress back to the mean eventually. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I still have hope that Rizzo can get that going and everything like that. I wouldn't say it's a career ender yet, but the fact that 1 year later he's still struggling mightily.
Still struggling.
It
He's
seems to be
injured
all
again.
mental.
Yeah, so maybe there's something going on mentally. You know, who knows? Obviously, you know, another player you have to wonder about. They paid a lot of money for Carlos Rodon. He showed up. Oh yeah, everything's fine, and then like 3 months into the season last year, oh yeah, he's dealing with a chronic back issue. Well, what do you need? They just paid like $200 and something million for this guy.
Yeah.
The physical at signing, everything said he was fine. Now he has a chronic back issue, and he's pitching this year, but I don't think he's doing particularly well.
Yeah. No, I actually know for a fact he's not doing well.
Yeah, he's not doing particularly well. There's a lot of Yankees
fans that I talk to, and most of it is complaining about Rodon.
Yeah. So. I mean, hey, they're still 54-32, but they're 3-7 in their last 10 games. Things have not been going very well.
A bunch of crybabies, dude.
We saw some controversy with them in the Mets series with Gleyber Torres not running out a ground ball. A lot of people got on him for that. I've seen a clip a couple of times from the other day of something happened. I don't exactly remember what it was. There was a ground ball, I think, hit to Volpe at shortstop. And I don't know if he made an error or like could have turned a double play and didn't. But good old Marcus Stroman, who we Mets fans are familiar with and know that he is a relatively, let's face it, he's a pretty selfish, very self-centered type of person.
Sure is. Did not like it the way he left.
Yeah, there's a clip of Stroman. I don't know if he is like directly or if he's just yelling out in frustration, but he's looking straight towards where Volpe is and he is yelling. Again, don't know if it's frustration, don't know if he's like yelling directly at Volpe about something, but there's some trouble brewing, I think, in that Yankees clubhouse. And I don't know, man. They're winning now, but the way that team is constructed, just I think it should scare people. Because at the same time, another guy, Giancarlo Stanton, you traded for him. You're paying him a lot of money. The dude hasn't been able to sprint in like 2 years, and yet no issue of an injury has ever been said.
Yeah.
Like, the dude has done nothing but jog around the bases every time he hits the ball. for like the last 2.5 seasons, and yet that there seems no injury about that. That they never seemingly said of anything about any reason as to why he doesn't run hard or sprint ever. So like, what's going on here?
And what the thing that really weirds me out about this is that I honestly think that if like they are as hands off as you say they are, them and the White Sox with injuries and everything like that. I mean, I get it. All right. I'm gonna come out right away and disprove my point right away. Contact sport versus non-contact sport.
Yeah.
But can you imagine an NFL football team that's just like, well, you got to tell us if you're hurt, and they go
Yeah.
out and play.
Yeah.
Remember
Right.
all the shit that happened with Tua and
Yeah.
everything
Right.
like that?
Yeah.
The
Oh
nightmare
my
that
God.
was for the Dolphins. I mean,
That
I
was
can't believe
ugly.
that it's not that big of a deal, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
players are not going to tell you when they're hurt. They want to play. They
Yeah.
want to win. You know
They
what I'm
want
saying?
that. They want that spot.
I mean,
They
that's
want that.
endangerment at this
Like,
point, is it not?
yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what's up with him. It just I know I see clips all the time of, oh, what's Stanton doing? He's jogging again. It's like, yeah, the dude's been doing this for like 2.5 years at this point. Does anybody know if there's actually something wrong? Is there like an injury reason he's jogging? Does he just not really care that much, and the Yankees are just kind of shrugging it off as like, oh well, he doesn't really care that much. That's fine with us. Like, I I don't know.
So what a lot of what I've been hearing from Yankees fans is that the 2, 3, and 4 spot are the only scary spots on the Yankees.
Yeah,
And
it's
you can
it's
pitch
Soto,
around
it's
that.
Judge, and it's Stanton when he's actually hitting.
Yeah. Yeah, Soto, Judge, Verdugo sometimes.
Oh, Verdugo sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. But it's
Volpe
that 2, 3, 4
sometimes. Like,
spot. And you can pitch around that. You definitely can, especially if you've got a good pitcher and everything like that. So I get the concerns where it comes from there. You're 54 and 32, dude. Shut the
yeah,
fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. You're gonna figure it out. You're the Yankees, all right? So, like, we'll trade. I mean, honestly, you would think that the way that these Yankees fans are complaining that it would be reversed, that they're
yeah,
32.
they're like 34 and 50 something. Yeah,
Yeah, it's unbelievable the amount of complaining that I'm hearing from a team that's like maybe the third or fourth best record in MLB right now. You know what I'm saying? Like you
yeah.
have a real shot
I
at
think
this.
it's
And
probably yeah, it's the third best record.
third
Philly,
best record in the league, and they're complaining like they're
yeah,
one of the
Philly's the
worst teams
best.
in the league.
Baltimore has it's kind of a virtual tie. Baltimore's played less games, so they have one less in the loss column. And the Yankees are 54 and 32. They have the second most wins in Major League Baseball.
I kind
Behind
of
the
got what I'm getting. The point that I'm trying to get to is I think that this really is just kind of the way that baseball goes and everything like that. Like you got look at their lineup, man. Volpe is a talented guy. Okay,
yeah,
Gleyber Torres knows how to hit. DJ LeMahieu won a couple of Golden Gloves, if I remember correctly, right?
yeah, and batting titles.
And batting titles. That's what I'm saying. These guys are gonna wake up sometimes. You're having a bad month. Like it, miss me on this. Miss me on
Yeah,
this. You guys are gonna be fine.
I would think so, but as a Mets fan, I kind of hope the other part of,
Oh,
hey,
I hope
something
that
bad
it
might be
ends up.
brewing. I hope it comes to
I hope
fruition.
I'm dead wrong. Trust me. And that it does all come crumbling down and everything like that. But just the entitlement, the
I
54 and
know.
32
Yeah.
team, and just being
Well,
like,
you
well,
got to think about it. The Yankees
we're
are like the most storied franchise in baseball history. They've won 27 championships and this and that. They're spoiled. They're
miss me with that too.
Yeah,
They haven't won
exactly.
since 2009. They haven't won since
That's true.
2009, dude.
They haven't even been to the World Series since then.
15 fucking years.
The New York Mets have been in the World Series more recently than the New York Yankees.
I think twice, right? No, only once. My bad.
Just the
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. But still, yeah, miss me with
Hey,
all this.
we can hang our
We
hat on
expect
that.
better. We expect better from our team. Really? When in
Yeah,
the last
really?
15 years?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't know. I have kids. I have kids younger than your last World Series appearance. So
Yeah.
miss me with that shit. Actually, all my kids are younger than. I don't want. I'll come off as too old. But still, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. But hey, honestly, I hope the Orioles find a way to win that division. That team is just that is a well built freaking baseball team right now. They have done it the right way. They built so much through the draft with their prospects, with Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson and all these guys, and just picked and chose when to sign free agents or trade for guys like Corbin Burns, and it's working for them right
They're
now.
doing it exactly
And,
right for sure.
and I want to see them succeed. I got nothing against the Baltimore Orioles. I would love to see them in the World Series.
I don't have a problem with any of the teams in the AL East outside the Yankees. And the
Yeah,
Yankees, just because of their entitlement and everything like that, we're second class citizens in our own city. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? In our
exactly.
own area. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? We
Yeah,
don't live in New York City, but still,
it
I
is
don't
what
want to
it
hear
is. All right. In other news for today, NHL free agency has opened, and I believe also NBA free agency opened today.
got a lot of
So
big signings in the NBA.
yeah, a lot of signings in the NBA, a lot of guys going to some new teams. NHL, I know the Rangers did have made a couple moves. They started out slow, but they're starting to work some things out. Your Oklahoma City Thunder made a big move today.
Making big moves so
They
far. I
signed
mean, like
uh
our off season, man. If you just want, let me tell you, man, our off season is exactly the way that I laid it out. It's almost like I'm in the front office over there. I said, get rid of Giddy. They got rid of Giddy almost immediately, man. I said, get somebody to back up Chet Holmgren. We got
they signed
Hartenstein from the
Isaiah
Knicks.
Hartenstein to a 3 year, what was it, like $50 million contract or $57 million
I think it was
contract,
less
something like
than
that.
that. I'm gonna look it up while you're
Was it
talking. If you don't mind
47 maybe? I know it was somewhere right around 50. Might have been 47.
Hartenstein deal. I'd say a Hartenstein declines Knicks offer, takes more money to join Thunders. That tells me that they're gonna be paying a lot, which I thought it wasn't a lot, and I was really excited for it. But if it does turn out to be, it's not too bad. It's a 3 year, $87 million
Oh,
deal.
87. I knew there was
Yeah,
a 7 in there.
yeah.
I was
So I
right on
mean,
the.
for a backup, that is kind of pretty pricey. But you know what? We needed this. We needed that in that spot.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso brings a whole new level to our game, man. I can't wait to see him in action. He's like a legit. He's going to be with Chet Holmgren and Lou Dort sometimes our legitimate third answer for when Jalen Williams and SGA just need a break and everything like that, or aren't performing well and everything like that. You now have a legitimate scoring option at center. You have a legitimate scoring option sitting at the 3 point line. You have a legitimate scoring option. Sometimes he gets really hot and then he gets really cold. But Lou Dort can't be ignored, much like Josh Giddey was. And that's why I really wanted to get rid of Giddey instead of Dort, because Dort sometimes can get hot. Giddey, never. Never. Just
And
didn't.
and Lou Dort, I believe, brings a better defensive presence than Giddy did.
Yes. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've seen a lot of people shitting on the Chicago Bulls for even making the trade. And I get it. Like Alex Caruso makes us better and Josh Giddey does not make the Bulls better and everything like that. But the kid's 22 years old.
Yeah, and I think the Bulls are at the point that, like, I don't know if the fans want to admit it yet, but the Bulls I think, are going into a rebuild.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that they're just very comfortable hanging around at 41 and 41 and just filling up the stands because, hey, it's the Chicago Bulls. They're going to come anyway. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But like if they do want to try and build a better roster, I don't really hate it that much for the Bulls because I mean, Josh Giddey needs a lot of work on his game. He can't be really trusted in the playoffs right now, but you guys aren't going to the playoffs, so it doesn't really even matter. He's 22 years old. He'll develop a shot eventually, maybe. I mean, you've seen
Yeah.
guys develop late shots all the time,
Yeah.
and they weren't going to pay Caruso. They weren't
No,
going to pay him.
no, they
He's
weren't going to pay
18.
him.
I think he's 30 years old, and they were going to lose him for nothing. So now you got a guy that's coming in. He's younger, and you can work on him more. And like I said, you're not going to the playoffs anyway, so let's build up these guys. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't hate it. I was definitely not as down on it as the rest of the internet was. But in
As
other,
far as I am concerned, the Nets so far have been completely silent on day one of free agency. But just before that, they did make a trade with the New York Knicks. They sent Mikal Bridges to the other side of New York to go play with all of his friends, and the Knicks have basically reconstructed the national championship Villanova roster,
which is hilarious. I hope
just,
it works out for him.
But I guess this is where the Nets are headed at this point. They're kind of they tried the quick build with Durant and Kyrie and that whole thing. It didn't work. Now I guess they're just kind of at this point saying, hey, looks like we're just going to bottom out and just go for broke and almost tank, I want to say.
Oh, you're definitely tanking at this point. For sure tanking at this point.
But at the same time, the Nets didn't have any picks in the draft this year, but they collected a lot of draft picks from the Knicks. They made a trade with the Rockets that they were able to get their own pick that they traded to the Rockets in the Harden deal back. So as bad as the Nets are going to be next year, they're going to have that potentially most likely top 3 pick in next year's draft as their own pick. They've collected some draft picks over the next few years. So I don't exactly know what direction they're going in, who else is potentially going to get traded within the next few weeks, if they're going to sign anybody. But, it looks like, as far as I'm concerned, depending on how the draft picks turn out over the next couple of years, it looks like the Nets are going to see probably at least 3, 4, maybe 5 years in a row of, are they going to get to 20 wins or not? I don't know.
Let me soothe your soul here for just a little bit and try and talk a little bit of optimism, because this is another trade that I did not agree with the online reaction with at all. You guys got 5, I believe, first round picks.
Something like that, yeah.
For Mikal Bridges. Okay. You weren't gonna win with Mikal Bridges. No. You weren't. No, we knew that. Okay. Mikal Bridges is a good third option.
Yeah, not unless they got another star. Because originally, like a couple of weeks ago, it was talks about, the Nets have been getting a lot of calls about Bridges. They're telling people no because they think Bridges could be a good co-star for another, for some other superstar that they are potentially looking for. And then from what I heard, Bridges and his agent went to the Nets and said, hey, as soon as my contract's up, or whatever the deal was with the contract, either like I'm going to the Knicks once I'm a free agent, no matter what, and kind of like force the Nets to trade him, which, hey, all right, they traded him. They got a bunch of draft picks for him. Probably more than they should have gotten.
Yeah, first of all, you got a boatload of draft picks for him, and everybody is saying, well, the draft picks don't mean anything because they're from the Knicks. So what do you want? What do you think this is going to be? What, a 26th pick, a 22nd pick? No, you idiot. Okay, you take that 22nd pick, you package it with your other pick, and then you move up in the draft, and you've got a legitimate shot at Cooper Flag, which is they're talking about next LeBron for this guy. So, I mean, we're talking Victor Wembanyama, maybe not Victor Wembanyama, but still, this is an elite draft prospect that's coming out of this draft class right now. Okay.
2025?
Yeah, in 2025.
Oh, that's the thing. I believe they got their own 2025 pick back from Houston.
Exactly. And you guys are going to be dog shit this year.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
You have a very realistic chance of not only getting a very high lottery pick, and even if you don't get that number 1, it's going to be high, top 5. Okay. So you take a top 5 pick, you take the 22nd pick, you throw in a journeyman or something like that in a couple of seconds, and now you're looking at Cooper Flag in Brooklyn. Okay. And that's amazing. That's awesome.
Well, potentially you would hope, obviously it's always the hope, but if he does turn out to be for real, then obviously it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you sacrifice a year that you were not going to have anyway. You were not going to have a good year with Mikal Bridges, who is an average second option, an elite third option, but nowhere near a star. I mean, nowhere near the guy you can build around your team. You weren't going to have a good year anyway. this year. Get it out of here. All right, punt, get some trade value, and then go on next year. I like the vision that the Nets have for this. I think that Sean Marks did a really good job with this trade. The Knicks
Way overpaid.
way overpaid for
Way
him.
overpaid.
Unbelievably overpaid for him. Does
Yeah.
this make the Knicks better? Yes. Does this make their chemistry a lot more awesome? Yes. Is it cool that they're now the Nova Knicks? Yes. But I think that this worked a lot really well for you guys too.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like as much as we're going to see some dark years like here in the future, which obviously we've seen some dark years the last couple of years as well. I think the Nets finally have figured out that, oh, we need to like get some high draft picks and like build through the draft of, hey, what did the Boston Celtics do with the picks you gave them for old man Kevin Garnett and freaking Paul Pierce? They turned those into Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who
Yeah.
just won them a championship.
Yeah, Philadelphia had a big help in that too. They passed on both Tatum and Brown.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
That is
I
very
think we
true.
were talking about that last week, weren't we? Where they could have had Drew
At some
Holiday,
point, yeah.
yeah, Jason
Oh, they
Tatum, and
traded Drew
Jaylen Brown.
Holiday to start the process,
Yeah, they could have
and
had
in
all
the
three right
process,
on the
passed
timeline.
on Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Excellent job, guys. Keep
Yeah,
being Philly. Keep being Philly. We love it.
keep being Philly.
No, but yeah, I do like the Mikal Bridges trade. I love the Caruso trade for both teams.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of big things are going on right now, though. Right before we got on and recorded, Klay Thompson decided
Yeah,
his new team. He's going to be a Maverick.
he's
I think
going
that,
to Dallas.
yeah, I think that
Saw that.
helps the Mavericks a lot.
Yeah,
FanDuel disagrees. Their odds did not change to win the NBA championship. But I mean, hey, man, yeah, you get a perimeter scorer like play like that. Now
yeah,
they're
and
saying maybe he's not going to come back well from injury or something like that, or perhaps he's over the hill. Ray Allen was shooting threes well almost into his 40s. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
And I mean, if Klay Thompson can be even like a shade of, shooting well from three and playing the type of defense that he, we know he's capable of, that's going to help the Mavericks a lot.
defense is going to go down, but if you want this guy as like an elite, like like I said, like a Ray Allen type guy who comes in and gives you the big three when you need it, that's going to be Klay Thompson. I'm telling you
Yeah,
that right
yeah,
now. I mean, we've seen this guy go off for 71 points just shooting from three sometimes. So I mean, that definitely makes the Mavericks a lot better. PG goes to Philly, which makes Philly stay exactly the same, which is I think is hilarious.
Oh wait, Paul George went to Philly?
Yes, I believe
Oh, I
so.
didn't see that.
You want to double check that on me? You can, but I'm pretty sure that was 100% confirmed. I know that Philly was leading for a very long time, and it may like be all but confirmed at this point. But I'm pretty sure that Shams did confirm that PG did
Yeah,
go.
no, it's confirmed. Paul George has agreed on a 4-year, $212 million max contract with the Philadelphia 76ers.
Waste all that salary cap to stay exactly the same. Thank you, Philly. Keep being Philly.
Yep.
Love it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, man, big moves ahead, big moves made, big moves ahead. We still don't know where DeMar DeRozan is going. What'd you find?
And get this. So Paul George went from the Los Angeles Clippers to the 76ers, while Nicholas Batum has agreed on a 2-year, $9.6 million deal to go from Philadelphia back to the Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh my God. So they basically traded.
Yeah.
Excellent, man. But yeah, lots of really fun, interesting things in the NBA today. Can't wait to see how it plays out and everything. I'm sure we'll give like an NBA preview when it gets closer to
Yeah,
the
we'll
actual
do
season.
that.
You got a whole summer to waste. So
Yeah. Other big thing for tonight, before we get into some late connections, I mentioned NFL or NHL free agency started today.
there's been a lot of big news on that. I'm gonna have to let you take the reins on that. I've been missing a lot of NHL talk lately. So
Yeah, I haven't seen too much. I've really just been looking to see what the Rangers have done. They did make one signing. They signed, what was his name? From the Oilers. I know. the heck was his name? They signed Sam Carrick from the Oilers to a 3-year contract. From what I've heard, it seems like he could be the replacement for Barclay Goodrow in that
Okay.
type of third, fourth line type of role. And I
I
also
also
think,
heard your captain's for sale, which seems like maybe people in the New York Rangers office are big Beer Boys fans because you seemed like you really wanted to get rid of them.
yeah. But the other move the Rangers made today was they traded for Riley Smith from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Another kind of, you know, he's a right wing. Don't know if he's like the number one right wing that they were looking for. He's been decent. He scored over 20 goals a few times in his career. He's definitely a little older at this point. I think what the Rangers are expecting for him might be fitting in on that third line, something like that. But yeah, as you just mentioned, I've been really looking into that a lot. The Rangers did ask Jacob Trouba for his 15-team list of teams that he would like to be traded to,
Oh
or
wow.
would accept a trade to. I believe it was. He
I didn't know they
submitted
were
it.
getting him involved in this. I thought it was just rumors. Wow. So it
No,
really
no,
looks like you're moving on.
it's full on. I saw a thing before. It's 100%. He's not going to be in New York next season. I've heard some up and down. Some steam was picking up on a potential trade to the Red Wings. And then I heard that was kind of cooling off a little bit. And I've also seen a report saying that it was 100%. If they try to trade him to Detroit and Trouba declines, they're just going to find a workaround like they did with Barclay Goodrow, in which Goodrow had the San Jose Sharks on his no trade list.
Okay.
So what the Rangers did is they put him on waivers so that the Sharks could claim him and they could work it around that way.
Right. That's hilarious.
Clear up the cap space, which it is kind of an asshole way to do it.
No, I'd be
Especially,
that level of petty. If you're not gonna resign for my team and then you're gonna be like, oh, by the way, I'm
yeah,
also not gonna play here. I'm gonna look at those teams first. Be
yeah.
like, all right,
Um,
Sharks, what you got for me?
for a guy that you were getting rid of anyway to clear the cap space and whatnot, and for a guy who outside of like the playoffs, like this most recent playoffs, has been a good player, but not, he hasn't been great and whatnot. It is what it is. So from what I've heard, there could be potential for the Rangers to try and do a workaround with Trouba that way, if anything. But from one report that I read that could be some misinformation, it is very possible that there is absolutely no chance that Jacob Trouba is going to be a Ranger next year. They're looking to offload him, get rid of that $8 million or as much of that $8 million salary cap hit that they can to try and retool this roster. Starting with, signing Shesterkin to an extension or new contract, whatever it is.
Sorry.
As well as giving contracts to, I would say, potentially Ryan Lindgren if it's team friendly enough, because he is a guy that does get hurt a lot as much as he does play well when he's there. And I would say rewarding Braden Schneider because he's younger. He's just been getting better and better every single season since the Rangers drafted him. And he really deserves to get a long-term contract, I think.
Of course, yeah. I mean, he obviously makes your team way better too.
Yeah.
You also forgot the Panthers signed their Stanley Cup hero. I think they got him for Sam Reinhart. You got
Oh, they did sign him. Okay. I
eight
mean, that
years,
makes sense.
8 years or 6 years. So
I
$69 million though. I remember that because haha,
yeah.
funny number.
Yeah.
But that's what my kids say. I don't they don't know anything about sex or anything like that or what 69 actually means, but they say haha, funny number.
Funny number.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's 8 years, $69 for Sam Reinhart. Which hey, he was their best player. He's 28 years old. You got him for the prime of his career.
yeah.
Obviously, I don't expect them to be able to hold on to everybody else after signing him to that big of a contract. They are probably going to have to let a couple of guys walk.
Probably
In
Kako too, I've heard.
for the Rangers, yeah, they signed Kako to a 1-year deal, but from what I heard, that was really just to, keep him there long enough to look for a trade partner to potentially take him.
Yeah, you don't want to lose him for nothing.
So yeah, we'll see what happens there. It sucks because there was a lot of hype when he got drafted number 2 behind Jack Hughes. I know that was a big thing. It was Hughes and Kako, and then in that draft after those two, the talent pool kind of fell off a little bit. And as Rangers fans, we were like, you know what? The Devils got number 1 pick. They're going to take Hughes. And we don't mind that because at the time, we needed the winger more than we needed a center. Jack Hughes, obviously, a center. So Kako fit the need of what the Rangers needed at the time better. And for whatever reason, he just really hasn't worked out.
Yeah. What I was looking up right now is rookies in the NBA, and I know that's a little bit random. I was hoping that you would kind of go on a little bit more, because right before we get into the late connections, the pettiness from moving your guy to the San Jose Sharks when he said specifically that he didn't want to. NBA draft. I don't really have much to talk about there. It was a very weak draft. A lot of the guys that came out are French. I don't know anything about the French league. I haven't paid any attention to the French league. I hope these guys are obviously going to be good all-star players. I think the number 1 pick was projected to be DeAndre Melton. So like a kind of fringe all-star type player and everything like that. So not really many things to get excited about. But what I did hear that really just drove me fucking bananas was that Rich Paul, Bronny James's agent, once he slipped out of the first round, called every team in the league and said, "Do not draft Bronny James. He's not going to play for you." If I'm the Memphis Grizzlies or the Atlanta Hawks or the Boston Celtics, or anything other than the Lakers, Rich Paul calls me and says, "Yeah, Bronny's not going to play for you." Yeah, Mr. Silver, we're taking Bronny James.
Yeah.
You got him for 4 years. What is he going to sit for 4 fucking years because he doesn't want to play for the Memphis Grizzlies? Go fuck yourself, Bronny.
Yeah, right.
And everybody just let him. Oh, well, he's not going to play for me. I guess I'll draft this obvious bust that's not going to go anywhere. All right, well, like what is this?
Especially like in the second round, a lot of those guys never even come over to the NBA. Like a lot of times, it's a lot of European guys that never even come to America to play in the NBA.
Yeah, and you could talk to me about Isaiah Thomas, and you could talk to me about Nikola Jokic and everything like that. But what is that? 2 out of 30 every year. So for 30 years, we're already going on 900 players.
Yeah, right.
That did not make it, weren't going to make it, didn't have a chance to make it. Or you could give a random shot on fucking LeBron James Jr. Now, I get it. Nobody knows who Marcus Jordan is, okay? Michael Jordan's son that didn't go play in the NBA. But, okay, you got the pedigree. He's been around basketball his entire life. I guarantee you he's better than some of these second-round players. Guarantee it. Just based off of athleticism and his basketball knowledge alone. You know what I'm saying? That already puts him a level up. So to be like, oh, he's not going to play for you. Okay, I guess I'll go and sign somebody else. Fuck you! Fuck you! Are you kidding me? Come on down, Bronny. You really want to do that? Then sit your ass on the bench for 4 years.
Yeah.
We'll see what your value is then.
4 years.
Yeah, we'll see if the Lakers want you in 4 years after you haven't played.
Yeah.
So, unbelievable. So congratulations, nepotism, hooray!
Yeah.
Like LeBron gets to play with his son. We did it, guys.
Yeah, woohoo!
They're
not gonna go anywhere.
He pouted. So I hope he stinks. I hope it's another Marcus Jordan. I went right from really rooting for Bronny and like just the whole father-son thing and everything like that. As a dad, it really touches me and everything like that. I'd love to play with boys, but I'm a lazy stoner, so that's never going to happen for me. I can wish, and I can live vicariously through others, but now fuck Bronny.
Okay. But back to kind of what we were talking about before with the Rangers. I know.
Sorry, I totally derailed. That's my fault.
You this the other day because I saw the report. It looked like it was going to happen from what I had read. Obviously, I guess things didn't work out or somebody changed their mind or whatever happened. From what I had read a couple of days ago, there was some kind of like verbal agreement. The contract was being worked on. It was going to be signed today on July 1st when NHL free agency opened, that Patrick Kane was going to come back to the Rangers because he felt he had some unfinished business from when he was there when they traded for him a couple years ago. You know, he didn't perform well. He was playing through an injury. From what I had read, it looked like it was going to be a done deal. Well, it didn't happen. He re-signed a one-year contract in Detroit with the Red Wings. So the Rangers are still on the lookout for a right wing to play with Kreider and Zibanejad, which from some other things I've heard also is they've been, I think from the center that I think the guy Sam, I forget his last name already, that they signed from the Oilers gives them center depth. They might be looking to add extra centers and move Philip Hedl to the wing.
Okay.
So maybe he'll end up going to that wing to play with Kreider and Zibanejad.
Yeah, an incredible playoffs.
You know, so we'll see where they go with that and how that works out. But yeah, like I said, the big things they really got to do is that. I would say, yeah, you know, sign it Shesterkin and sign Braden Schneider. Because the story that this kid has had in his NHL career is great. He came out in the draft, the Rangers picked him, and everybody, the internet blew up with everybody saying, why did the Rangers draft this kid? He's not going to be very good. Oh, the only reason the Rangers drafted Braden Schneider is because they didn't want the Devils to have him. The only reason they took him is so that because the Devils wanted him and they wanted to make sure they didn't get him. He's not actually going to do anything. And look at where he is now. He's been he's now one of their top 4 defensemen, probably their top 3, really. It's Adam Fox, Keandre Miller, and him are their 3 best defensemen. He moved up to that second pair with Keandre Miller. They were absolutely phenomenal in the playoffs playing together. And this kid turned into the only reason the Rangers took him was so that they could stop the Devils from taking him. Ha, ha, ha. But I don't think he's fucking amazing. Reward this kid with a contract.
Absolutely. I'm down for that.
He has worked his ass off. He has gotten better every single game of every single year in his career so far. And I fucking love it.
I think it's hilarious that like fans actually think that.
Dude, that was like
the rivalry and everything like that.
That was the biggest narrative I remember hearing when he got drafted. Oh, the only reason the Rangers took him was because they knew the Devils wanted him and they didn't want to let that happen. And I'm like, and then he came in as a rookie. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this kid's pretty fucking good. And then the years started going by. I'm like, yo, like, not letting the Devils take Braden Schneider? No, they wanted Braden Schneider because look at what the fuck he's turned into.
Absolutely. No, that's funny though that you would just take a guy specifically so that we can have one. Like it kind of warms my heart just because we've been so irrelevant for so long.
Yeah.
You guys still think
and the internet rivalry between the Rangers and Devils is just that thick.
It never dies.
Everybody literally thought that's the only reason the Rangers would select a player in the draft was to only make sure that the Devils didn't get him.
It warms my heart. It really does.
He was going to be good or anything like. Nobody thought he was going to be good. Nobody. I'm
here for that type of hatred. I absolutely am. Because yeah, if I was a GM, I'd be doing that too. What's gonna fuck the Rangers over? Absolutely. But yeah, man, that's funny. But I do agree. He's definitely one of your better defenders and everything like that. He does deserve a contract. I expect him to get one. I didn't hear anything about him possibly leaving or anything.
No, I don't think so.
That and Shesterkin too. I didn't hear anything about him possibly leaving or anything like that. You guys are definitely going to get that done. I would be there's 0 out of 100 chance that Shesterkin's playing for anybody else.
No, yeah. All right, so right before we get into late connections here, the Mets and the Nationals are currently in the top of the 10th inning,
Oh no.
and the Mets are winning 6-3.
Oh, all right. Very nice. Very nice. I saw we tied it. I got a little nervous, but yes, excellent. All right. So keep it going.
And with 2 outs and a runner on second, Francisco Alvarez is up.
Oh, let's go. Keep piling on. Keep piling on.
He hits a long drive deep to right field. Oh, it's off the top of the fence. It's going to score a run, though.
Okay. I thought we
It's
caught a home
a
run.
triple. Francisco Alvarez just hit a triple.
Live. We caught that. Awesome. Let's go.
Yeah.
Francisco Alvarez with a triple. That fucking oh my god, that's awesome. I kind of upset that I missed him running around the bases. He's a big boy. I
He's
love
a
big
big
boys.
boy, and he chugged. He hit that ball a long way. He missed a home run by like an inch.
That fucking John Travolta motherfucker. I love him.
If he had hit that ball about 6 inches to the right, it would have been a home run.
Hey.
In Nationals Park, you have that kind of low fence. It's like a 6-foot fence in right field, and then like in right center, it kind of goes up to like an 8-foot or 10-foot like wall. He hit the 10-foot part. It kind of bounced off of that and came back into play. If he had hit it like a foot to the right, it would have went over the shorter part of the ball.
A little bit more.
It would have been a home run. It was it was a shot though. That was a good shot.
I'm actually kind of like a little bit like obviously I would never click on an ad or anything like that, but would Luka Doncic be the best player? What on the Mavs? Maybe.
Powered by Prime. I don't know. Let's see. What does it say?
No. Don't click on it. That's ad bait.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
not letting. Okay. Well, on to late connections. What do we have here? We have Alex Starr. Never heard of him.
Not second round, second overall pick in this year's draft to the Washington Wizards.
Okay.
Risasher is the first overall pick.
Zachary?
Zakari? I'm gonna help you out here. Zachary Risasher.
Okay.
Was the number 1 overall pick in this draft.
All right. Magic Johnson, Tiago Splitter. Spurs legend. Man. Oscar Robertson, Larry Nance Jr., Jared McCain, draft pick from this year, I know. Russell Westbrook, Victor Wembanyama, Glenn Davis, Zion Williamson, Rudy Gobert, Brandon Ingram, Seth Curry, and Kobe Brown.
Okay, so just do Kobe Brown, Alex Starr, Risarche, and John McCain. Yeah,
obvious one there. The top 4 draft picks from this year.
Whoa!
What?
Did we get fucked up? Did Kobe Brown not go?
I don't know.
Those 3 are definitely McCain, and the other 2 are definite draft picks.
And he's the only other one here that would have been. All right, well, let's look for something else then.
Well, wait. Hold on. My brain's working. Alex Starr, Risarche, Wembanyama, Splitter for French NBA players? Oh no, Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert. So French, yeah.
Yeah, French, there you go.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Who the fuck is Kobe Brown?
I don't know. I have no idea who that is. Clipper? All right. So what else do we have here?
All right, let's take a look. See. Seen a lot of big men. Shout out big baby Glenn Davis.
Big baby Glenn Davis.
Used to love that guy. And his tiny head and his giant shoulders.
Oh. Jose Iglesias, I think, just hit a home run.
Wait, did he really?
Yeah.
Is MG playing?
It's now 9-3.
Holy shit. All right. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go, Mets.
Let's
The Mets
go.
are back. We caught a win and a Francisco Alvarez triple.
Well, it's not a win
Uh,
yet. Obviously, the Nationals are home, so they got to
we
play
could,
the bottom
they
of
are
the
the
fifth.
Mets. We could
But
joke. Yeah, let's not count our chickens.
back to what we were doing. What do we
Right.
have here? All right. Well, I know. I know. Larry Nance and Seth Curry both had dads that played in the NBA.
Work on that. Hold on.
I don't know about anybody else.
Kobe Brown's gonna be in some weird ass spot.
Could he be one that had a dad that played in the NBA, along with maybe like McCain?
It's throwing me off on McCain because you were so sure he was a draft pick this year.
Well, he was.
Yes. Okay.
He went to the 76ers.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I need a hint. The medium hint.
Went
Went
to
to Duke. Oh God. Well, Seth Curry, I think, went to Duke.
I think so.
Didn't Zion go to Duke?
I'm so bad with college basketball, man.
I think he did. McCain, I think, might be from Duke. Other than that, I have no clue.
I no, no. I think Brendan Ingram definitely went. Um,
So it might be these four could have gone
the
to
only
Duke.
one I know for sure is Russell Westbrook went to UCLA. That's the
Yeah.
amount of college basketball info I have here.
Yeah, I'm not positive. What's the next hint? The hard one. Most career triple doubles.
Westbrook,
Okay.
Robertson,
Westbrook, Oscar Robertson,
Magic
Magic
Johnson.
Johnson, and Jokic from these guys.
Jokic
Yeah,
passing? Yeah, no,
definitely.
Jokic is known for his good passing. Yeah, let's go for it.
Yep,
Yep.
most career
Okay.
triple doubles. Okay.
All right, cool. We got it. So we got people who went to Duke,
Okay, so it's not Splitter,
and it's
and I don't think it's not Glenn Davis. He didn't go to Duke. I forget where he went, but it wasn't Duke.
okay. So we got Ingram, Nance Jr., Seth Curry, Williamson, McCain, and Kobe Brown.
I think it's these guys, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that there was a big news story going in the draft that like the prospect out of Duke, it was a big tall center, fell really far. So it wouldn't have been Kobe Brown or
McCain.
or McCain.
Glenn Davis, I know definitely didn't go. And Tiago Splitter obviously didn't. So I'm pretty sure I think it is those four.
All right, let's go for it.
No?
One
Oh,
away.
wait. So who isn't it?
And then who would it be? Give me our last hint. Maybe that'll help us.
Huh?
Give me our
Okay,
last hint. Maybe that'll help us.
born
Ah,
on New Year's Day.
well, I don't fucking know that at all.
That doesn't that doesn't help me.
That doesn't help at all. You said, look at his tiny ass head and his big ass shoulders. I love Big Baby.
Yeah. So maybe it's not Larry Nance. Was Jared McCain a Duke guy?
I don't know. I don't think it's any of those. Guy might be Kobe Brown. I don't think it's Jeremy Kane.
All right, so maybe not Larry Nance. Because Seth Curry and Zion, I'm pretty sure did. Ingram, I don't know. I mean, we got one more mistake to play with, so let's see if that works. No,
No.
we're still one away. Okay.
Oh, we're still one away.
Yeah.
Wait, that confuses me. Change one, shouldn't we be?
So he took out Larry Nance, and we're still one away.
Okay, so it definitely wasn't Larry Nance then.
So yeah.
Gotta
So
be
I think it's got to be Jared McCain.
okay. Let's try it. Could be wrong.
I hope. I don't know. This is our last guess, though.
It'll be our first L in a while. It'll be all right.
All right. Let's see if that's it. Oh!
Hey, all right. Nice.
So all these other guys were born on New Year's Day, huh?
Baby. Yeah, I was convinced Larry Nance went to Duke. I thought we were dead
I
wrong
guess
on.
not. All
No.
right, do we try the Hall of Fame mode now? Since
Yeah,
we
why not?
won.
We got some time to kill.
All
I think
right, let's
it's just a
go.
short episode anyway. I think we're running a little short, so
Yeah.
why not? Oh, we got coaches in here.
Oh geez. Okay, so we got Shaq, Bradley Beal, Tim Duncan, Thomas Robinson, Eric Spoelstra, Derek Fisher, Jordan Clarkson, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Antoine Jameson, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Carlos Boozer, Tyronn Lue, Darvin Ham, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Steve Kerr, JJ Redick, Dennis Rodman, Kobe Bean Bryant, Lonzo Ball, Luke Walton, Larry Nance Jr.,
Yeah.
Dion Waiters, and Kyrie Irving.
You want to just get the 5 coaches out of the way?
Yeah, you think that's the obvious one? So it's Spolstra,
Probably.
Tyronn Lue,
Steve
Steve
Kerr,
Kerr.
Darvin Ham.
Well, he doesn't have a job anymore unless he got hired somewhere
Derek
else.
Fisher, right?
And JJ Redick. I mean, he just got hired, right?
Derek Fisher was a coach. Derek Fisher coached the OKC Thunder.
Well, what, this year?
No, a couple years ago.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Try it.
All right, let's try it. Nope.
And we're not close. Okay.
And no, we weren't close.
All right.
All right. But I'm seeing Kobe Bryant, Shaq.
Derek Fisher.
Yeah, Derek Fisher. Anybody else that was on one of those championship? Was Luke Walton a player at that point?
I don't think so. I think he's an old head, isn't he? Could be.
No. Well, let's look at his picture. No, it's the young one, the Luke
Oh,
Walton.
okay. Okay.
Was he on that team? And who else would have been on that team?
I kind of want to say, hold on. LBJ and Anthony Davis are throwing me off. And it's just like Lakers, like maybe top scoring Lakers, but then where's Magic, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, and Derek Fisher wouldn't be up there on
No.
scoring charts. Jordan
Jordan
Clark,
Clarkson, is he that old? Did we both come to that at the same time? It might be that. Antoine
maybe.
Jameson is also
I
kind of
mean,
sleeping.
let's try that. Nope. And not close to anything. Okay. All right. Easy hint. Coached LeBron.
Damn you. Tyronn Lue.
Okay. Tyronn Lue, Spolstra,
Ham, Redick,
JJ Redick,
Darvin
Darvin
Ham.
Ham,
Not Derek
and
Fisher.
Luke Walton.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Hey.
All right.
Okay, so what else do we have here?
It's that. It's something to do with the Lakers, I'm telling you.
They've all played for the Lakers.
Because people like Dion Waiters had played for the Lakers. I'm pretty sure Derek Fisher played for the Lakers at one point or another.
Yeah, he did. Okay. The hell could any of these other
What
guys?
about when maybe we had something going with the starting 5 back in the Kobe Bryant era because Antoine Jameson was kind of sticking out at me.
All right, so that would have been those 3. Who else here would have been there?
Boozer?
No, I don't think so. I think he was Utah and Chicago. I don't know if he ever played for the Lakers.
Let's do Dion Waiters, Antoine Jameson.
I don't think that's it.
Yeah.
Nope, nowhere
Well,
close.
that's my idea.
All right, another hint it is. Most Instagram followers. Oh
I
God.
could probably guess. Shaq,
Yeah, let's go Shaq,
LeBron.
LeBron, Steph,
Yeah.
Lonzo.
Nah, really?
No,
You think
God,
so?
Instagram followers? Absolutely.
What has Lonzo done in the past 3 years that gets him Instagram followers?
It doesn't matter. The kids fucking love the dude.
All right.
100% Instagram followers. It's him.
AD?
Maybe out of these guys.
Because Kobe's dead. They're not gonna count his, right?
No, I don't think so.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, definitely not Kyrie.
Kyrie's too polarizing, I think.
Yeah, Tim Duncan's definitely not a social media guy.
And then all these other guys just don't have the name brand power.
Maybe Russell Westbrook instead of Lonzo, actually.
I mean, he has lived in LA these past couple of times, these past couple of years.
You know
Could
what?
help.
Let's try that. I think that actually does sound pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No. Everyone
No,
away? No, not
didn't
even
even
close.
say.
Dang, man.
So maybe not Anthony Davis and Lonzo Ball, but it didn't say one away.
So
Unless
maybe
it's not going to tell us if we're one away. I don't know. Let's try that. Nope. Oh, that
now
says
we're
one
one
away
away.
now.
So take out Westbrook, and are we really doing Kobe? Is Kobe
I,
not an Instagram? Like, who would run that anymore?
I don't know.
No.
Nope, and that's not one away, so it is Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
So somebody else here isn't Steph Curry, maybe? I don't know if he's really a big internet guy.
No, he definitely is. He's got to be. He's got to be up there.
So then who's not? So right here we're one away. We took out
Lonzo,
Russell. We took out Russell Westbrook, and it was no longer one away. So he's one of them.
Lonzo
LeBron,
for Kyrie, fuck it, because he does all that fucking improve
take
yourself.
out Curry and put Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, he does all that improve yourself
Eh,
shit that Gen Z likes. No,
nope, and we're still one away. Okay. So we took out Curry.
put in Lonzo and put in
No, those
take.
already in there. Put out try Kobe. No, I tried that already and it wasn't it. Anthony Davis,
I think we tried this one too.
and we're not one away. Okay, so I
So
think Steph Curry must
take
be
out Lonzo,
in.
put in Kyrie.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I knew he was
One
too polar.
away.
I knew he was too
So
polar.
take out Shaq and put in Lonzo.
No, Shaq's got like 1 billion followers, dude. It's got to be Shaq.
Well, let's just see. Let's see.
What? What? What?
I got it.
Shaq's all over the internet.
I I guess not on Instagram.
Wow. Never in a million years would I have gotten that. Thank God you're here. We would have been stuck here forever. Holy shit. All
All
right.
right.
Who we got
So
left?
what do we got next here?
Uh,
Could we have something with like rebounds between Shaq, Duncan, AD, Rodman?
Thomas Robinson was a big deal before Tim Duncan got there.
Okay, and Thomas Robinson? Are you thinking?
The guy who Tim Duncan replaced. That's who I'm not thinking of.
No, that was David Robinson.
Ah, all right. My bad. So who the fuck's Thomas?
I don't know
All right. Well, then take him out.
why.
Well, because I thought we were doing something with rebounds.
Yeah, maybe he was a big rebounder,
Just
or
nobody knew.
or do you think it's Carlos Boozer? Because
I
none of
think
these
it'd be Larry
guys
Nance.
are big rebounders.
Larry Nance wasn't a big rebounder.
No,
All right.
he's not a big man, is he?
I thought he'd play power forward, but all right, let's do it.
All right.
Hmm.
No, nothing. Okay. Hint
Five
five right.
innings. All right.
Okay, so Shaq,
Kobe,
Kobe,
Kerr.
Duncan, Kerr. He has five. Oh yeah, as a coach,
Yeah.
he's got him. Plus the one is the player.
Derek Fisher.
Dennis Rodman. I think he's got five.
think Dennis Rodman only has two. Who did he win with other than the Bulls?
The Pistons.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And Derek Fisher?
Yeah, he was on those Lakers teams.
Yeah. Oh no, we already got five. That's five right there. Okay.
Okay.
No?
One
Or one
away.
away. So is it not Tim Duncan? Does he only have four? No, I thought he has five, doesn't he?
Definitely does, I think.
All right, well, let's see what it says here. If it's still says one away. Okay, so it's
So it was neither Duncan nor Fisher then.
then who else would it be? It's unless it's both of them and it's not. Maybe
What
they're
am
not counting Steve Kerr's coaching championships.
I just don't think Rodman won as many rings as you think you did that he did.
Still says one away. All right, I'll take out Rodman and put in Steve Kerr then. Let's see if that works. Nope, still one away.
Tim Robinson? Is Thomas Robinson? Is that where he fits in?
No, it can't be.
Watch it be Dion Waiters.
No, no fucking way. So it maybe not Derek Fisher, and did we try this one already? Tried that one already. What the hell? All right, well, let's try this one. Oh, and that's not one away. So I think it's got to be Steve. Wait, does Kobe not have? Yeah, he's got to have five. He's got at least five. Did I try this one already? I tried that.
I don't think you did. Did you?
Yeah, I did. Is it not Steve? I think I tried that one already. What the hell? All right, let's try the next hint. Fuck it. Drafted before Damian Lillard. Oh, God. Who was drafted before Damian Lillard? Who's about his age? I think that might have been Dion Waiters, Bradley Beal, Jordan Clarkson,
Antoine Jameson and Thomas Robinson.
That could be it.
I think MGK's in there though.
No, that wasn't even close.
I think MGK is in there.
I think Antoine Jameson was before. Let's try that. Okay,
Now
we're one away.
Okay.
So
Let Thomas Robinson get him out of there because we don't know. Maybe Carlos Boozer. I think maybe he's around that time.
maybe.
But
I don't know. I think he might be older. No, and we're not one away, so I think it is Thomas Robinson. Maybe it's not Bradley Beal and it's Antoine Jameson?
Bradley Beal, I think, was around that time.
No, and we're not
Bradley
one
Beal was
away.
definitely in there.
Unless maybe it's not Thomas Robinson, it's Larry Nance Jr.?
Yeah, try that. Nope.
No, and we're not one away either.
Clarkson, maybe, is too young? Or is Dion Waiters too young?
I don't know. Let's take out Clarkson for Jameson. And we're one away. So maybe Dion Waiters and Clarkson?
Yeah.
No.
Fucking A. God damn it. Now we're not close. Boozer for Robinson.
No, we did that one already, did we? Maybe no.
Already?
And we're not one away. So it's
Definitely Robinson.
So it's Dion Waiters, Robinson, Kid Gilchrist, Larry Nance Jr. And we're one away. Damn it. So who is not? And maybe it's Beal is too young? No, we're not one away. What the? Maybe it's not Kid Gilchrist and it's Jordan Clarkson. Damn it. I thought I had
we had one. They lagged and everything. That's kind of
fun. Played with Kobe and LeBron?
Oh, Derek Fisher. Dion Waiters.
Dion Waiters.
Loser.
Shaq. Shaq played with both of them.
Shaq played with LeBron and Cleveland. That's right.
Yes. Larry Nance Jr. I think is one.
I thought it was Boozer and Jameson, but you could be right about Larry Nance Jr. The
And
more I play
he
Late
was,
Connections, the more I realize that Larry Nance Jr. is a really popular name in the NBA, and I know fucking nothing about this
yeah.
guy.
And it could be Thomas Robinson.
No, because Thomas Robinson was in
No.
the draft class thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jordan Clarkson, maybe? I know he played with Kobe. I don't know if he ever played with Shaq. He might have.
Can we count Kobe? No, because he never
No, no.
played.
Uh,
It's definitely Jameson. I don't know if it's Clarkson or
right.
Nance. I'm kind of confused on Nance too, now that you mention it.
Nope. God damn, dude. What the? 5 rings drafted before Damian Lillard. Can't get any of these fucking things. All right, so 5 rings. Let's go back to that one. There's Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant are definite, correct?
The definites. Yeah, for sure. Do Derek and Dion. Just make me feel happy. Because I've been looking at Dion Waiters for this for the longest time.
No.
Yeah.
And we're not one away either.
Okay, so get rid of those two. Then we know those two.
So Steve Kerr and Dennis Rodman. I think we did that one already. Yeah. So it's not either of those two. So Derek Fisher. No, but it wasn't one away. So we know these guys for sure have 5 rings. Steve Kerr and Larry Nance Jr. No.
Okay. So it's not Steve Kerr. We know it's not Steve Kerr. We know it's not Dennis Rodman. We know it's not Derek Fisher. We know it's not Dion Waiters. We know it's not Bradley Beal.
Not Jordan Clarkson. It's not Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
Is it Carlos Boozer and Antoine Jameson? Because AD only won 1 ring.
Yeah, I think so.
No,
No, we're not one away. You know, let me try something here. All right, so it's not Derek Fisher. Let's try Steve Kerr and Beal. No, it's not that one.
dang man, we stink.
Damn, it's not either of those. The fuck, man.
Before Damian Lillard was like 2000. How old is he right now?
Steve Kerr and Anthony Davis? No, so it's not. It's really not any of these guys.
Mid 2010s, I would say for maybe. Is that too young too? Mid 2010s for Damian Lillard. So who came out in the mid 2010s that was really good? Or they don't even have to be really good. They just have to be drafted before Lillard. And so who came out in the mid 2010s? I'm trying to think.
I think it's isn't that Brad? It's got to be Bradley Beal, Clarkson,
MGK is definitely there.
Kidd-Gilchrist, and Dion Waiters.
Need one more.
Only 4. So who's the last one?
Larry Nance? Did we do that yet? Thomas Robinson was one, wasn't it? Yeah, we said that. He's definitely in this draft one. So it's definitely Thomas Robinson. It's definitely Bradley Beal. It might be Dion Waiters.
What? Wait, could that have been an Anthony Davis draft too?
Shit, you know what? Now you might be right.
It might be.
You might be right.
It's Anthony Davis and Dion Waiters. Was it not Jordan Clarkson?
Hey, we got it. All right. All right.
Drafted before. Okay, so
I really thought that 80 was older than that.
All right, so 5 rings. It's got to be Shaq. It's got to be Duncan. It's got to be Kobe.
Which of these bums got 5 rings?
Is it? Did we tried that one already? So how is it
Definitely
not
tried
that?
that.
Unless is it not Tim Duncan? Does he only have 4?
What was the other one?
Unless it's Rodman, Kerr, and Fisher. No, we tried that one already. It's not that one. What the fuck?
What's the other hint?
Played with Kobe and LeBron.
That should be easier.
So we know that's definitely Shaq. Um, maybe
Antoine
it's
Jameson,
got to be
Carlos
Antoine
Boozer.
Jameson. I feel like it's got to be Larry Nance, Jordan Clarkson, and Derek Fisher.
What about Boozer?
It could be Boozer. That'd be like the only other. No, so I think it's got to be Boozer then, because we were 1 away.
We did it, boys.
So Shaq doesn't have 5 rings.
Really? Wow.
Wow, he's only got 4.
That's crazy.
Ah, damn. The one we thought was like had to be in there,
That's the one that was fucking us.
and that's the one that
Like,
was fucking us.
all
5
right.
rings.
I'm gonna chalk that up as an L because we
Yeah,
tried pretty much every combination.
yeah, we did.
So Hall of Fame mode, we are 2-1 in Hall of Fame mode. So I'm still taking that as a positive.
Oh no, I was wrong. It was not Jose Iglesias that hit the home run.
So OMG was not playing.
Martinez.
Who?
It was JD Martinez that hit the home
All
run.
right. All right. We'll take it. Take
Or
it.
maybe Jose Iglesias hit one too, but I just saw that JD Martinez hit a 3-run home run tonight. So
Nice. That's win? Not yet.
I'm going to double check just so we can give a final line on the Mets game for tonight before we sign off
Yes, I don't know what that
for the night. So, oh Jesus, Mets held on to win 9-7.
Oh my God. I knew it. I knew we were gonna blow it.
In 10 innings. They did win though. They won 9-7.
What happened?
Behind Mark Vientos.
Who absolutely choked for us in the 10th.
Had an RBI single. Francisco Alvarez had a 2 RBI double. JD Martinez did hit a 3-run home run in the top of the 10th to make it 6-3. Alvarez had the triple, and then Jose Iglesias hit a 2-run homer. And at that point it was 9-3. The Nationals got it to 9-7 before the Mets were able to close it out, and it was
who absolutely collapsed for us in that last inning.
That would be, I don't know who the heck this guy is. Tyler J.
Oh, we called him up yesterday, and the only reason why I know that is because my brother's name is Tyler J. Aponte.
Yes, it is. And then Reed Garrett came in and closed it out.
All right, so Tyler J stinks. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'll have to let him know.
But the Mets hung on to win. They are now at 41-41, and are a game and a half out of a wild card behind Atlanta and San Diego, who both have 46 wins.
Mets fans get
St.
excited.
Louis,
We have a very winnable July in front of us, guys. We have a very winnable July in front of us. Realistically, if we keep playing that the way we were in June, realistically, if you want to be really pessimistic, we'll lose to the Pirates. And then what? Who's going to beat us? The Yankees, the Pirates and the Yankees? That's 2 series that we lose all month. I'm down for that. I'm down for that.
So realistically, all right, let's see. The Mets have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 27 games this month. If out of those 27, the Mets could win 15.
Okay. 15 to 12. Quick math. We're not a math pod.
Yeah.
But it'll put us in a wild card spot for
I
sure.
would take that because, again, they win 50. They start. So, and we got one of them out of the way now. So we started the month at 500. We go 15 and 12. That's 13, 4. That puts us 3 games over 500 at the end of the month.
And just so you know, I know this is not how baseball works and everything like that. Of course, we're going to lose more than 2 series and everything like that in the month of July and everything like that. That's just how the Mets work. Okay. But I mean, you look at this schedule in front of you, and it's really hard not to be optimistic about our chances, man.
If they could win somewhere between 15 to 18 games this month, I would be happy with that.
Take it. Absolutely, man.
That would put us anywhere between, what did I say, there's 3 to 5 games over 500 at the end of the month. I would take that.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they would still be in the wild card hunt at that point.
So for next week, tomorrow, Hard Knocks is coming out for the New York Giants.
Oh, yes.
Something like that. I'm going to be talking pretty heavily about it, just breaking it down and everything like that, just because I'm probably going to watch it 4 times throughout the course of the week because I am football starved and I love my Giants. So yeah, really looking forward to that. We're gonna probably be breaking down what we see and everything like that. I actually kind of want to maybe do like just turn it into a football pod, do a little episode on it. Maybe top 5 and bottom 5 quarterbacks going into the NFL season. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe a little bit of a power rankings. We'll figure it out. It'll be all fun.
We could do that.
But you did it last time, so I will do it this time. Our socials are down here. I am on Instagram. I am on Threads. I am on YouTube. My buddy Ryan over here is on Facebook. My buddy Ryan over here is on YouTube. Go follow us, please. Like and subscribe. And hey, throw a comment down on us because we're just new enough and we're just fresh enough where we're probably going to answer you and talk about it. So if you want to get some airtime on here, voice some grievances and everything like that, can't imagine what you would be bitching about because the Mets are playing amazingly right now and there's no other sport going on. So, but we like to hear from you.
The WNBA is going on.
Oh, yes. Well, the WNBA is going on. And,
Caitlin Clark's getting a lot of unwarranted hate. She is.
Yes, and I am a fascist and a sexist for not knowing anything about it. I'm sorry. But that being said.
Yeah. The biggest thing I know about it is people are getting on Caitlin Clark for having like 100 turnovers so far this season. If you've seen a lot of the turnovers that she's gotten credit for, not her fault. It's the fault of her teammates who can't fucking catch good passes. I
actually want to find, because I saw earlier this week a highlight reel of all of the passes that she missed.
She's dropping dimes on people, and they cannot catch the ball.
They can't handle it. They're just not ready for it.
She is dropping perfect fucking passes on people, and they just don't know what to do. Oh.
It seems like that she's just so out of their league. On their on their level that they don't even know what to expect. They're not even thinking that way. Now, granted, I've never watched a WNBA game. I don't know how it plays. Okay, so I could be dead wrong. But this is just what I'm saying. I'm very excited for Clayton Clark. I'm very excited for Sky Moore. I'm very excited for Angel Reese and everything like that. I really hope that they do pull this out. It'd be really cool to get a women's league up there and everything like that. So not hating, just not my thing. Don't have time for it. Sorry.
I'm gonna be
about soccer.
I'm going to be very excited for next year.
For next year for what? WNBA?
Yes.
Really?
Because the projected #1 overall pick for next year is going to be Paige Beckers from UConn. So,
Paige Beckers from UConn. Okay. Yeah, do we have a little bit of a girl crush on Paige Beckers from UConn?
You better believe it.
We're horny online, guys. It's time to leave. Love you guys so much. And we'll catch you next week.
See you next week.